Hi, I'm Lynn Vieira, and I'm here with Ellen Ogden, kitchen garden designer. And we got a couple garden beds that we have to plant here. I mean, my first instinct is to plant as much as humanly possible into these, and I know just from having done this one year that I just went a little overboard. So Ellen is here to reel me in and to help you as well.
Right. So starting with a plan really helps so that you know where plants are going to go. And if you don't have a plan on paper, you can actually put the plants out before you put them into the ground. We built this little tomato teepee because these little plants are going to grow all the way up to the top and probably even further. And it creates a nice artistic dimension to have some height in the garden. So we're going to start by planting these Roma plants. Is that what these are?
Yes, I think those are San Marzanos.
San Marzanos. And why did you choose San Marzano?
Because they're my favorite. And you have a hard time buying those. You can get different plums, but you don't typically see San Marzanos.
Right, they're a drying tomato. Right. So I have taken the bottom leaves off of this, and we're going to plant this nice and deep. So I'm going to dig a pretty good size hole and then bury it down to the first set of leaves there.
Okay.
Now it's always important to make a tag too, so you remember what you put in, because you might forget these are your San Marzano. So I'm going to write on here what they are. And then when I planted them, the date that they went into the ground, and stick them right there. So we have some bush beans here in the front we're going to plant. We have an eggplant and a pepper, and then we're going to put some flowers in the back. And I think that's just about all we can fit in. We might be able to squeeze a little bit of sweet basil in around the tomatoes, but I think that's good enough for this bed.
Okay, I'm going to get to work.
You can see we finished planting this bed, and now we're going to put some seeds directly into this beautiful soft soil. I like to think of this as a blank canvas, sort of like an artist would think, and that we're going to sow some seeds, and in a few days you're going to see some little green seedlings coming up. We're going to plant some fast-growing arugula, some red salad bowl lettuce, some butterhead lettuce, and some Portuguese kale.
Great. My
Sounds
dad
good?
would be proud.
Oh, great. Good. So I use planting lines because then I can get it planted nice and straight. So since you're on the other side, we'll roll that out. We're going to start at this end. And we're going to do successive planting, which means that we're going to plant a row of each of these now. And then once those start coming up, probably by next week or maybe in 2 weeks, you're going to plant another set of 4 rows. And that way you'll have salad greens all summer long.
Excellent.
Great. So we're going to make a little indentation with this dibble. Doesn't have to be very deep. Generally, when you plant seeds, you plant them about 1.5 times the size of the seed. So if it were bean seed, you'd plant it a little bit deeper. But you'll see some of these are very small, so that they don't really need to go very deeply.
Okay.
And the way I do it is I just open the packet. It's pretty easy, and just sprinkle it in like this. And you see, you still have enough for next week. So seal that up.
Terrific.
Put it in a safe spot. Then we're going to cover this seed and pat it down. It's important that you give it a little bit of pressure so that the seeds connect to the soil. And get the idea that it's time to set some roots.
Okay.
There we go. Now, what's the next thing that we do, Lynn? Once we've planted seeds, we make a marker. So we don't forget that we put the seeds.
Trick question.
So we don't forget what we just planted.
Okay, arugula.
Great. Okay, you're onto it.
And
Great.
you said the date as well, right?
Yes, the date that you sowed it. Great. So then we're going to move this over just about 4 or 5 inches. Arugula doesn't take up much space. Get that nice line going. And how about if we plant some red salad bowl?
Excellent.
Okay. Again with a dibble. Would you like to make the line?
Sure.
Great.
Tell me if I'm doing this right.
Yep. Nice. Very good. Would you like to sow these seeds?
I'll try.
Okay. Not too thick.
Okay.
That's good. Every seed is going to create a plant, so that's a little thick, but we can spread it out. You're going to get a lot of lettuce in there.
Okay.
You can always transplant it if you get too much. And then we're just going to cover it up again. And put a tag in.
Terrific.
Great. See, this is going to be our salad lover's garden. This whole bed is going to be full of salad greens, and then we're going to be planting some edible flowers too.
Okay, and that was red lettuce?
That's red lettuce. You have it over there. Great. So we'll just move it over again another 5 inches. And we're just going to keep repeating it. See how easy that is?
No, it's great. I can't
You're going to
wait.
have so much lettuce, you're going to have to invite friends over for dinner.
Salads for everybody.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you, Ellen.
Oh, good.
Oh, we're going to plant some edible flowers in the back too,
Yes,
right?
let's get those doing.
So we'll have some pretty, not only green salad, but some pretty garnish.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Good.